That's okay. Hey, and welcome to the fourth episode of the Chef Vaughn SEO show. Today we have a guest. His name is Ray Otilla. He's from Canada. He's going to help us with the Facebook portion, advertising of this show. So stick around. You're going to learn how to do Facebook ads yourself. Darren from Rattel SEO. What's up, Darren?
Hey, what's happening?
All right, and Darren from Rattel SEO is going to pick out some keywords and show you how to pick keywords for the Google 3-pack. My name is Brett Milletta. I'm going to go over the website and what we've done so far. And Chef Vaughn is the star of the show. There he goes. All right, and Chef Vaughn is going to get started with his Facebook ad. So him and Ray have already talked to reduce some time, and Ray and Chef Vaughn are going to go through that at the end of the show. So please definitely stand by. Before we get started, Chef, I understand you had some good news this week.
Yes. Stemming from the weekend event that I had, I was cooking for a family, and one of the guests actually posted the Rasta pasta that I did. And first off, my son called me and he was like, "Dad, were you cooking last night?" And I'm like, "Yeah, how did you know?" He's like, "Yeah, I saw it on Instagram." I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." And just later on that day, someone messaged me and asked if I was interested in an opportunity to join a reputable catering company based out of Tampa.
Love it. So that's great, man. These opportunities.
Real quick, Rasta pasta. What is that?
It's basically just any type of pasta you want to do of veggies, and then you just add like jerk seasoning to it.
Okay, all right.
I like that. Yeah. Okay. Very good. Very good. I like that. Well, you know what? This is just a start for you, Chef. Yeah. I told you all the way up. You're going all the way up. And this is just a start for you. So let's just keep creating that great energy, and let's create the energy for the people here in this staff, people who are in this program right now, and the people watching the program. Hopefully they get that energy also, and their lives get enlightened is the way that yours has.
Oh, yeah.
And the way that ours is. So that's great. So I guess we could start with me. I'll show you the website. It is structured. We put some content in. It's going to need to be what we call SEO'd, and I'll go over that right now. So everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Great. So this is the website we spoke about last week. We came up with two other logos, which, Chef, I'll send over to you, and you'll let me know if you like them. Basically, It's the same thing, only instead of black, we used gray, and we use gray here. I think that may translate better on your, because you wear a black apron.
I'm just gonna say like on a uniform, on a chef's coat. Yep.
Yeah. So we have it in different colors. So I'll send that over to you, and you let me know which one you pick. And by next week, we'll put the new logo up on that.
Cool.
The homepage you already saw. It's exactly the same. However, we built all the inside pages, and right now we gave them very simple titles like weddings. However, Darren is going to change the titles. It may say St. Pete weddings, or it may say Tampa weddings, or it may say whatever Darren sees as an opportunity to get in the 3-pack for. So this is approximately 500 words.
Okay.
What we plan to do is to use most of this text. However, some of the text may be changed. And then what we're going to do is we're going to create supporting articles to this page. So for example, this page has 500 words or 750 words. Then we're going to create several articles that link back to this page that booster the page. So it's almost as if you're working out and you're doing bench press. Well, that's a decent chest workout, but if you add cable flies and you add the pec deck and incline bench press, that kind of supports the rest of your chest workout. So it's the same thing. It's the same thing here on this page. We have a page of content. However, if you're trying to rank in Google, a good idea is to have articles, supporting articles that link back to this particular page. It strengthens up the page.
Yes.
All right. The next page is personal chef. Who's that good-looking guy?
Oh, wow.
All right.
Yeah.
So we got that on there. And all right, so that's going on there. Chef, I'll send this over to you. You may want to read through the content a little bit.
Yes.
Okay, we basically did it blind. Then we got the FAQs, which were you supposed to supply the FAQs?
Me?
Yeah.
I
Didn't
can.
we say?
I can.
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah. I think we said in either in the last episode or the episode prior, we said that we need like 20 several frequently asked questions.
Okay.
You know, people are going to ask you what type of food do you cook, how far will you drive, or how far, you know.
What is Rasta pasta?
Right, that type of stuff.
And I can just go into my Google Business and just the same way I did everything else.
No. We need that to put it on your website.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, so if you could just send me, you could actually just put it in the chat box over the weekend or Monday or Tuesday.
Okay.
Just put the frequently asked question, put the question and the answer to the question. You could start off with five frequently asked questions. How far will you travel? You know, are you purely vegan? You know, just stuff like that.
Yes.
All right. Will you service a party of over 100 or under 10? You know, common frequently asked questions.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So that's the website so far. Like I told you, it is in, you know, it's in its works. We are going to need more pictures. We need pictures like this.
Yes.
I don't want to keep repeating the personal chef picture. That's a great picture. I want to have more pictures. So I'm going to need more pictures over the next 2 or 3 weeks.
Yes.
All right. Good stuff. And also pictures of your plates. Okay. All right. I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to send it over to Darren. Darren's going to go over some of the keywords and why he thinks these particular keywords would be best to start off with, the easiest to rank in, and why, and what his plans are to do that.
Okay. Cool.
You guys didn't say anything about my T-shirt. Chef, you know what this is?
I can't see
Sure,
it.
You can't see it?
I was gonna say something, man, but I was like, no, I'm not.
Yeah. We're on live.
Yeah.
Chef's too young to know who that is.
That's why I'm asking him. That's why I asked him. You don't know who that is, Chef?
I might be too young.
Yeah.
All right. Cool, man.
Is she off a movie?
Yeah, you could say that. It's Farrah Fawcett.
She was
Charlie's
the
Angels.
girl at one point in time, man.
She was the Beyonce and J Lo of the 70s.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. We share our screen. So,
Okay, go ahead, Darren. Take it away.
Okay. So if you recall, we
Hey, Darren, I don't see your screen.
you see it now?
There we go.
Okay. You recall, man, we were I actually found a vegan catering site, scraped that site for relevant keywords, and then I went through the map pack. I went through and I went down the list and typed in these various keywords. So as example, vegan catering. So I'm going to just copy. I'm going to go here, Google vegan catering, and I'm going to see if it generates a map. It does. And so that gives me an indication that this is something that we can rank for on a map. I'm also looking at the difficulty of 0. So that means it's very easy. It's going to be fairly easy with good content on the site and good signals to show that it's going to rank for that.
Hey, Darren, when you say good signals, you want to kind of talk about that for people who may not know?
Sure, traffic. Traffic. So if we get traffic to the site for a particular keyword, so someone's typing in vegan catering, or let's say we write a blog post about what is Rasta pasta with vegan catering, then that would actually give a signal, that would give a heartbeat. That would show that something is coming from that page to this page, so somebody's actually searching for this site for this particular keyword.
Gotcha.
And so that will give us actual impressions. And once we get impressions, then Google begins to recognize a site for that particular area.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So SEO is done in two ways, Chef. It's done by what you have on your page, and Darren and I both believe that it's 80% of what's on your page, sometimes even more. It could be even more because we've ranked sites with no backlinks, or it could be a combination of both, meaning having great content on your page and having very popular websites linking back. For example, I think we used the example of the Food Network last week, saying that if you had a link on the Food Network coming back to your page, Google would see that as an authoritative link coming back to your page. You must be a chef.
Yeah.
Or involved in the food industry. Okay.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Go ahead, Darren.
So we got that, and so I basically went down the list, and now we're sorting it from difficulty of 0, starting at the easiest, and then we're going to build pages around this supporting articles, around these I call them money keywords. So where we saw those different category pages that Brett said I'll probably change the names to, change the titles, those pages, I will build supporting articles with these new names. Does that make sense?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, yeah. So let's just do this. So, for example, what Darren's trying to do is, if you see where it says volume, that's approximately how many people are searching for that keyword. So what Darren's going to try to do is cluster all those keywords. So if anybody types any of those keywords, that they'll be able to find you in the Google 3-pack or in the organic.
Exactly.
So if you add up all the volume, you see a couple of 100, 150, 100, then 600, 150, 200, 98. At the end, maybe that's 1,000 searches a month for vegan catering using different keywords.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right?
Exactly.
So the program that Darren's using, I'll put in the description below. It's called Ahrefs. It's Ahrefs, AHREFS.com.
Right.
I think it's about $200 a month.
Mhm.
However, Darren's always available to do an audit on your site, and he could get all the keywords for you. I'll put his email address below. Just get in touch with Darren, and you don't have to buy the program. Just let him know what you need, and he'll send you over all the keywords.
Hey, there you go, man. No problem.
Yep.
So real quick though, you see how it says the volume right here is 100?
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, when I go to the actual pages or the SERP, the search engine result page, when someone actually types in this particular keyword, these pages this is the real amount of traffic that these pages are getting. So even though this says 100, right here, this first page is getting 196 searches.
Right.
This one right here, this third page is getting 243 searches. And so you see this is vegan wedding catering. That's only getting 196. Vegan catering is getting 243. And so then we sort down within there, and that's why we're going to start to build those supporting pages.
Yeah.
I have a question. Did you get your PIN number in for your Google My Business yet?
No, sir, I didn't. But I had a notification saying something about a postcard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the postcard. Yes.
That's it.
Okay, well then yeah, that's on the way then. That's on the way.
Good.
It says something about taking 5 business days.
Okay.
All right. Cool. All right. Again, that's all I have.
Okay, perfect. Great job, Darren. I think for our viewers that don't know how to pick keywords, I think this was a good introduction. You want to try to pick keywords that are fairly easy to rank in. I'll give you a short story. When I first started my business, I tried to rank under the word website design because that's primarily what I did. And I tried for years and couldn't get, for a long time, and I couldn't get found. But this was back in the early 2000s. But you need to pick keywords that are easier to be found in the beginning, and then it gets easier as time goes on without getting too deep into it. So that's what Darren's actually trying to do.
I call it the donut method, man.
I'm sorry?
The donut method.
Explain.
What's the easiest way to get to a center of a donut? Is by eating it from the outside in. So the easiest stuff is on the outside, and as you bite through the donut, get you to the center, man.
There you go. Well said. Well said.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so batting third baseman, Ray Atula. So Ray is going to go over Facebook advertisement, and that's really what this episode is about. It's about how to advertise your business on Facebook. I think what we had said prior, I think it was in yesterday's meeting where we had the pre-show. We spoke about having a marketing plan. An internet marketing plan is like a pizza pie. It's not just one slice. I mean, it's great to be in the Google 3-pack, and for a lot of people, that's all they need. However, it's also a great idea to be in the Google 3-pack, to have Facebook advertising as well as Instagram advertising, YouTube advertising, and put together an internet marketing plan that when one thing is lacking a little bit, the other thing picks up. So if some people are kind of frustrated as to getting into the Google 3-pack, this show will be as another option to get traffic by using Facebook advertising. And that's why we brought my pal Ray on, because he is going to show you very easily how to start a Facebook campaign. Right? So with that being said, Ray, take it.
Okay. So we're actually going to have Chef Vaughn share his screen.
Okay.
Oh.
We spoke earlier today because the situation that I'm in is that I can't start any more new business manager accounts. I've hit my limit. So I find it easier when I'm working with a client, if they don't have a business manager account, then I walk them through. And that before COVID, that used to be quite often with an in-person meeting, us looking at a desktop or laptop computer. But these days, it's now over a Skype call. So what we did is, I recommend, because Facebook has recommended for the longest time, generally working in the Google Chrome browser. So that's what you're seeing. You're seeing Chef Vaughn's Chrome browser. And then I recommended signing out of his personal Facebook. So signing out and being completely logged off out of Facebook, and then going to a different website, business.facebook.com. And this is where we can create or access our business manager accounts. And what it's going to do, because we did save a little bit of time with our call this morning, is that Chef Vaughn was able to log out of his personal account, open up business.facebook.com, and then create a business account by then signing into Facebook again from this new URL.
Okay.
And all we did was we created this first business, Chef Vaughn. And I just described this as it's a container. For a chef, I talk about it being a pantry or a mixing bowl. And what we need to put in that container, and Chef has already gone and created 2 more businesses, because we talked a little bit about the future and plans, but we're really just concerned about Chef Vaughn at this point. So it's kind of matching the web presence that you're building with the site and the GMB so far. So Chef, if you can go ahead and double click on that Chef Vaughn to open that up. So we're dealing with this one container, this one account. And what this allows Chef to do is then create ad accounts and Facebook business pages within this container. And, we just, on the call this morning, what we talked about is that Facebook wants business owners advertising often and quickly and easily. And they recognize that a lot of business owners are using people like me. They don't have the time or knowledge to do it, so they hire someone out. And what happens is Chef Vaughn can create, in his case, an ad account for the Chef Vaughn business Facebook page, and then he can give me access to that ad account. Because I go back to the days, like I think all of us remember, before business pages were even on Facebook, where it was just a personal experience. And then business pages were allowed on Facebook. And then business advertising was allowed on. And I remember the times where I was taking client business cards over the telephone, not really comfortable. In this case, what Chef Vaughn can do is he can create an ad account. He can put his credit card details in there. He can give me access to that account so that I can do the ads on his behalf. Or he can let a colleague or a coworker or another family member, any number of people that are verified through Facebook to have access. And they're able to create and have those ads run and hopefully generate traffic and business.
Hey, Ray?
But they never have to see that business card.
Right. So I guess for somebody watching here, let's face it, as a business owner, especially a small business owner, between accounting, dealing with clients, dealing with staff, who wants to take on another responsibility, which is learning Facebook advertisements? Now, some people have the time, and that's the reason why we're doing this show. However, for some people, like I think I said, either privately or the last show, I said, as a business owner, you either have one or the other. You either have time or money. And if you have time, you do it yourself. And if you have money, you hire out. But the point of creating this account, this dashboard, is having the ability to let somebody else manage it. You could manage it yourself, or you could have somebody else manage it. And that's basically what Chef did.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And you notice in the page before on the browser, he had created 2 other businesses. Yeah. And those businesses may actually they may legally belong to a family member or a friend, but they're within that same container. So everything's organized.
Okay.
And it's just as a handy place to come in. I recommend that, Chef Vaughn probably bookmark this page, so that he can come back to it right away. And he's right into his business manager specifically for Chef Vaughn, because he has those other 2 pages that he's probably going to develop more so in the future. So it's all we did to get to this point is Chef Vaughn signed out of his Facebook, came to the business.facebook.com URL, then logged back in, created a business manager account by signing into his personal Facebook. And then he created that. He had to type in that Chef Vaughn for the name of the business. And then to save time, he filled out all the details. Very basic form. Chef Vaughn will confirm it was basically name, address, phone number type details. And you can see the first thing that Facebook wants is they want to verify that business email address that Chef Vaughn entered in the stage before this. And from then on, after that email is verified and after a credit card, if Chef Vaughn were to scroll down the page a little bit, let's see, there he's scrolling. So there's no ad accounts. So we could go to the business settings, which is that blue button on the corner, or it's right there where it says go to business settings.
Sure.
And the potential is that we add a business account. And again, all very simple. So you can see right away is that Facebook's trying to make it as easy as they can. But the people that are associated with this potential ad account at this point it's just Chef Vaughn. He can choose to add me, and we discussed that as we move forward through the project, is that probably adding me is a good thing here. But on the side there's the accounts. There's no pages added and there's no ad accounts. So Chef Vaughn, if you were to click on the left column, either pages or ad accounts, you can see here, this is where we would be creating a page. And again, I don't think we need to go through that specifically today because there's hundreds and thousands of YouTube videos about how to do that. But what I suggested, and same thing with the ad accounts, is it's realistically filling in a form, but the most important thing Facebook is looking for is a credit card number. So this is all very straightforward, but this is what I suggest for the basic setup for a business manager account, adding a page or multiple pages, and then adding an ad account. And the default when you set up an ad account is that they are charging and Facebook is getting paid in US dollars, because I'm in Canada and because with your YouTube audience, Brett and Darren, is people are watching from around the world, you want to pay particular attention to the currency that you're being charged in, because unfortunately, once you set it, it can't be changed later. You actually have to start a new ad account
Okay.
in the correct frequency. But other than that, and again, there's more other videos on YouTube about creating specifically pages and ad accounts.
Hey, Ray, I don't
Very
mean to
simple.
interrupt you. I don't mean to
Go ahead.
interrupt you. But when I'm creating a page,
Yeah.
why am I creating a page? What's the end game? What will I see once I create a page, and what will that do?
Yeah, so what that will do, if we go up there, Shafan, if you click pages and then click add a page, because I'm going to have you, work on this probably before the next call. So here we've got options and a business page, because Shafan is on Facebook with a personal profile.
Right.
Is he can have the two entities be completely separate.
Okay.
With his personal page, he can be a soccer loving dad that happens to be a chef, but when it comes to his business page, he can be all chef all the time.
Okay.
And the real bonus with a business page is the potential to advertise to very targeted individuals, where you don't have that opportunity on a Facebook personal page to advertise. You can post, hey, I'm available as a caterer, but you're not able to promote that anywhere
understand.
more beyond just your friends.
So will his friends see his business page?
We talk about this, the algorithms that Facebook uses, just like you do talk about SEO algorithms, Brett.
Right.
And we know that we would want chefs' friends to like his new business page. But the greater likelihood is if Chef Vaughn shares his business page posts occasionally on his personal page, then they're possibly going to see it.
Okay.
We know that we want to develop sort of a following on this new social media channel that he's creating, and those people are more likely to see those posts. But really, the power is the reach with Facebook's pay-per-click ads.
Right. So I guess what you're saying, in another way, or the way that I understand it at least, is by creating a business page, your reach will be further than just your friends that you communicate with on your friends page, and you'll be able to increase the amount of people that'll see it because you're paying.
Absolutely.
However, you're
Absolutely,
paying.
Brett. Yeah.
However you're paying. Whereas if you kind of snuck a post on your personal page and say, hey, I cooked for this particular football player and we had a great time, it's kind of saying that that's what you do. However, it's like the gray area.
In my personal experience, me posting food, and thumbing back through my old post or going through my timeline, Facebook will actually put in my picture that I actually took and give me the option to promote. Hey, if you reach 200 people,
so they kind of know that, they kind of know that you're trying to do something with food.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're trying to promote a business, but you haven't done that yet. So I guess, I assume they have an algorithm that, picks that up.
Yeah. Once you put in that account information, they're able to reach more people.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
and what's changed since the time that I started with this is that Instagram was a startup just a few years ago, got very big and very popular, and then now you notice on the left-hand side, there's your Instagram accounts.
Right,
It got so big and popular, Facebook bought the company,
Yeah.
and now it's tied in. So you can literally, Chef Vaughn, set up an ad and choose to run it on one channel or the other or both at the same time. And I suspect with your product and service, you're going to do very well on both channels.
What is the minimum per day daily spend? How does that work on Facebook?
So we talk about that, really varying, from potentially day to day, because the advertising varies with the inventory, how much space there is to advertise. But we know realistically that Chef Vaughn could probably set some campaigns up that I'm going to help him with in the future, where he's in effect spending probably in the range of about $1.40 per day.
It's not bad.
You've heard about the dollar a day strategy, probably.
Sure.
It's increased in the last couple of years, where I believe the lower limit is about $1.40 US over if you're setting it up as a time frame. So certainly it doesn't have to be expensive. I'm helping out a local restaurateur, a friend of mine. We're running 2 ads right now with a budget of $10 Canadian over 3 and 4 days, respectively.
Oh, that's great. That's great. And can he create a page can he create a page, and when he's ready to promote it, then add his credit card, or does that have to be done?
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And that's typically my experience, Brett, is that I deal with businesses, usually local businesses, that have had Facebook pages, usually for several years.
Right.
But they've maybe never really tried advertising on the platform.
Right.
And that's where I come in and say, listen, what you really need is a business manager account. And then we need to add an ad account so that I don't have to see your credit card. And then we get into advertising for them for the first time. And you can just imagine, Brett, like for Chef Vaughn, he's having a website, like an SEO optimized website, being developed by a couple of the top experts in the world, as far as I'm concerned. He's getting some decent advice on, basically Facebook page and ad creation, and we'll touch on Instagram a little bit. But the potential is, like, when he decides this is opening day, like it's an official, he's already, catering, but if he decides that he's having an official grand opening, there's no better time to do it when the website page is live, when the Facebook page is live, when some of the other social media
all the
accounts
gears are working together at once. Yeah, I like that.
It makes them look really big.
Right.
Coming out of the gate, like I said, instead of it being, a high school, first year high school track and field, athlete.
Right.
We've got a highly trained Olympic athlete coming out of that.
That's right. That's right. And that was our goal when we first met Chef Vaughn. That was our goal, is after 12 weeks is to have this, finely tuned machine just running great for him, so he could maximize, his opportunity on the internet.
Yes.
So I really appreciate your help with that today, Ray.
Oh, yes, sir.
And what we're going to talk about is that this is, as you mentioned, it's all integrated, Brett.
Yeah.
And so we're going to talk about generating Chef Vaughn's Facebook pixel from this platform, from this page that you're looking right here. We're actually able to generate that Facebook pixel, and then we'll need you and your team to put that pixel on the website.
Yeah.
And then the potential is we're actually advertising to people that have visited the website.
Beautiful. So let me just re-say that. So anybody who checks the website, somebody who goes to the website and then a couple hours later says, "Oh, let me go on Facebook," they are going to see Chef Vaughn again.
The potential is we can do that. And again, we're going to set up multiple audiences, because it's not, we don't want them just the same day. We probably want them 3 days to 7 days later as well, just to remind them.
Right.
And I think Darren's nodding his head there. I can see too.
Yeah.
Again,
That's sexy. I like that.
Repeating that message, and then working to them, making people aware of the products and services, then moving them towards sort of consideration, and where every business owner really wants them is then eventually conversion. Right.
That's correct. Yeah. So why don't we set this up as a plan, if it's okay with you, Darren and Chef and Ray?
Yes.
By next week, the website should be done 100%, and we should have soonly after that, at the start of an SEO program, the schema put in and the words optimized and, maybe some branding links started. So we're starting on, like I gave that example, the first link. By that time, in 2 weeks, we should be then ready to implement the Facebook advertising, because we have a website that's ready at that point. And
Yep.
then we could start the Facebook. So in 2 weeks, if you're available, Ray, I'd like to have you back.
Awesome.
All right. Yeah, I'd like to have you back so we could finish the second part to this. In the meantime, Chef, within
Yes.
the next 2 weeks, I need you to create that page. You could work together with Ray as he has time
Okay.
as to how to do that. But within 2 weeks, please have that page started, and possibly even maybe a small budget to start your campaign, because we'll have your website done within 2 weeks.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's great. That's great. Well, I got to say something it's great when you've been hosting a show for a while and you learn something, that it's great when you learn something. And I learned something on this show today. So I suspect some of our guests who are watching, have learned something. And like Darren and I imagined that at the end of 12 weeks, Chef Vaughn is going to be in a completely different spot in regards to internet marketing than he was 12 weeks. So you're starting to see the path. You're starting to see that it's going to grow. And by the smile on Chef's face, I think he has some good ideas, for moving forward. So that's great. That's great. Darren, you want to jump in? You had something to say?
Yeah, real quick. Just be on the lookout for that Google My Business card.
Yes.
The postcard. As
Yeah,
soon
that's real important.
as soon as you get it, we have to go ahead and we have to input that verification information in.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so with that, I wish everybody to have a safe, nice weekend. Please be careful. And if you need me for anything, feel free to reach out. And
Yes.
Darren, I can't thank you enough for being my strength over the past couple of years and helping me with some personal issues as well as some business issues. So it's because of you that we've gotten this far. So I really appreciate you, Darren. Thank you. You're a good man. And Big Ray, you jumped in, man. You killed it today. Look at
Yes.
you.
Thank
All the
you.
way from up north. Look at
Yes.
this. Right? North
I
strong.
still got to work on getting this shinier, I think.
Yeah. All right. All right, Chef. Big things for you.
Yes.
Big things for
Yes.
you. All right. All right. Thank you,
Thank you.
fellas.
Thank you.
Be
Enjoy
good,
your
guys.
weekend.
You too. Thank you, guys.